Published 1849 EDT, the 20th of October 2017. Updated 2037 EDT, the 20th of October 2017. One by one, the heads roll, and Friday evening yielded the latest dose of shame and ignominy for the embattled Football Association. A football match played out in Valenciennes between England, the third highest-ranked team in the world, and France, who sit one place below them. Yet it felt incidental, a sideshow from the shambolic episodes which continue to threaten the positions and poison the reputations of English football's most powerful men. As the FA lurch from calamity to crisis, Chairman Greg Clark faced new allegations in Friday night, this time for crass comments he is said to have made to the former NBA star John Amici over his commitment to equality. Vivian Assier's scuffed effort was enough for France in a game largely overshadowed. Interim manager Mo Marley's first match in charge ended in a 10 defeat at Stade du Hainaut. The FA is crumbling, piece by piece, like a lapsed Jenga tower, and after the recent sacking of manager Marc Sampson, a trip to Valenciennes will be remembered as the site of the probable fall of goalkeeping coach Lee Kendall. At 8:10 p.m., only 50 minutes before the game began in France, FA communication personnel let it be known that Kendall had been sent home on the eve of the game. The men's under-21 team goalkeeping coach Tim Dittmer was dispatched over the channel to put the goalkeepers through their warm-up drills, and Kendall was back home on his sofa in time for the Friday night soaps. For those struggling to keep up with FA misdeeds, Kendall's alleged crime is that he repeatedly spoke to forward Eni Aluko in a mocking Caribbean accent. Aluko is a British woman of Nigerian heritage. Kendall is now under investigation, but despite his dramatic exit, the FA insist he has not been suspended from his position. Valerie Gauvin-Wright fails to beat England keeper Siobhan Chamberlain during the friendly. Due process will now take its course and he must be given a fair hearing, but the investigation itself offers further vindication to the eloquent Aluko, who performed so admirably in Parliament this week. Aluko, the scorer of 33 England goals, has not been called up since May last year, and Leanne Sanderson, who joined her former teammate in offering damning evidence in front of the Department of Digital, Culture, Media and Sport Select Committee, has not been picked since 2015. Neither returned to the squad for interim manager Mo Marley's first match in charge, as she stood by the set of players selected for Sampson's final match in charge against Russia. Tensions run from the boardroom to the playing field in this setup, and although Marley says she would consider Aluko's return, it is clear there are bridges to build after the England team's overly exuberant gesture of solidarity towards Sampson against Russia, where the ladies celebrated the opening goal by piling on top of Sampson in his technical area. England women goalkeeping coach Lee Kendall was being sent home by the FA pre-game. Eni Aluko gave evidence to a House of Commons Select Committee on Wednesday. On Twitter, Aluko said that the celebration only showed a level of disrespect that represents division and selfish action. The FA have subsequently apologized to both Aluko and teammate Drew Spence after a reopened investigation revealed that Sampson did, in fact, make remarks discriminatory on the grounds of race. As the national anthem played out before this game, it acted as a reminder of the privilege and responsibility bestowed upon these men and women when they are chosen to lead or represent their country. This is the peak of the national game and, without being too pompous, it implies a basic degree of role model status. Marley, a former England captain herself, has sought to anchor the ship this week, and to her credit, the team looked well prepared. France midfielder Hawa Sissoko tackles Jill Scott during the friendly clash in Valenciennes. The England player former huddle in the wake of a game that was a sideshow to off-field events. England actually played rather well here. For the most part, they kept the ball with assurance and defended with determination and composure. Yet for all England's possession, France had the clearest sight of goal as Valerie Gauvin brought a terrific first-half save from Siobhan Chamberlain. The England goalkeeper then reacted sharply again to deny Eugénie Le Sommer. After all her heroics, Chamberlain then lapsed late on. France took the lead in the 89th minute after she misjudged a cross and Vivian Assie scuffed an effort over the line. It was hard on England's well-drilled side, but seemed a fitting ending to a sorry week.